All right, we are back in the saddle too, Jack Bros. What is up? What is up? Man, so let's get into this. Let's start talking about how the fact that I am a local hero.
You want to talk about your playground heroism, huh?
Listen,
How are you going to frame this? Could you frame it as you came to the aid of the only little black boy on the playground park? Or are you going to frame it as you came to the aid of boys being boys? Or are you going to say that you fought a Karen?
wow. That's enticing. like just hearing you ask those three questions makes me want to hear this story.
Yeah.
Like, oh my God, what did I do?
What did you
What
do?
did I do?
What did you do, Sydney?
We'll see at the end of this story how it's framed.
Yeah.
Right? So I get to the park, doing my thing, and it's like, life occurs as life occurs when I get to the park. I get to the park, and all of the people start cheering. All of the
Wait. That didn't happen.
I'm embellishing.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But you're here to let people know what is truth and embellishment.
Yes.
But as soon as they put me down from hoisting me upon their shoulders for just merely showing up to the park, in remembrance of when I used to cook everybody on the basketball court, right? They were like, "The Hooper's here."
Right.
So people know that I don't hoop anymore. So they just assumed that was.
So we walked up to the park, and like all the kids and an adult like go over to the side between the playground and the basketball court in this weird circle.
Yeah.
And you could tell that there was some hubbub and things going on.
So let's start here. White women are ridiculous right now, right? Again, not mine, but untamed, not untamed,
Untamed.
unchecked,
Unchecked.
not unchecked, unsupervised white women right now are
Unsupervised.
running rampant. and this lady was running rampant at this park. So two little boys got into a scuffle. One of the little boys is white, one little boy is black. The little boy that was white had his parents at the park because they were there for some sort of baseball situation.
Yeah.
I don't even think this kid wanted his parents involved. When we first got there, his dad was walking him over to a group of kids, and this kid was walking like he had like a shit brick in his pants.
Yeah.
Like he did not want to be a part of that. And as soon as I saw that, I recognized immediately what that situation was. Well, not quite. I recognized what it was, but didn't recognize how it was being handled. Because I saw the way that dad was walking that kid over to that situation, and my first thought was, damn, he's about to make that boy fight somebody.
Yeah.
But again, that's my black privilege.
That is your black privilege.
When you see an angry parent walking a black kid towards kids,
yeah.
that's for a fight. Like that
That's
parent
a weird cultural difference between white people and black people.
Yeah.
Or like when you first told me about that, I was like, what? Like, it's so weird. It's so far from what would go down in neighborhoods I grew up in.
I would say that 80% of the fights that I got in as a child were supervised by my mom. They were initiated by my mom.
That's so weird.
It is weird. It was weird. It was something
But I've heard a lot of other people have that same like white people too. It's like a neighborhood thing.
Yeah,
it's
it's like a poor people thing.
Yeah,
kind of thing.
That's what I was gonna say, but I'm being recorded and watched, so I didn't want to say it.
Dude, I was waiting to report it.
Yeah,
it was like, oh, she didn't say it. I'll say it.
Yeah,
I'll say it. But yeah, it's definitely a poorer neighborhood thing.
Yeah,
which honestly, I think all neighborhoods should handle things this way. Like, let these kids hash it out. Let both kids find out who they are in life.
Yeah.
And then they can walk away from that situation knowing what they will or won't do in a situation next time. And that's how we learn who we are. That's how we learn our limits and our, that's it. That's how we learn our limits.
Yeah, well, boys need that, right? Because boys in school have to know whether they can fight or if they're going to have to be funny so that they don't have to fight, right?
Yeah.
They're going to have, like guys when they navigate life need that in their life.
Well, that's the first thing that you have to learn. It's like, can you fight or are you funny, right?
Yeah.
That's the first personality thing you learn. And then you learn, how do I finger chicks? Because it's tough because some people learn that they can fight.
Yeah.
Some people learn that they're not funny. But being able to fight doesn't necessarily get you to finger chicks.
No.
Being funny definitely helps you finger chicks. But doesn't necessarily help you in the world with boys.
Yeah.
So it's like you're in the black neighborhood, you got to pick who you are really early.
Yeah.
Like you got to pick how you dress really early, if that makes any sense to you, right? Because if you're the funny guy, you can dress like a funny guy. If you're the fight guy, you can dress like the fight guy. The fight guy doesn't get fingering, so it's like the funny guy needs fancy clothes. He needs to look good. He needs to be sharp.
This makes a lot of sense of why you get like black guys that are like really dweeby funny, like catering funny, like in like and like trying too hard with the girls, and you're like, and they get told you're not funny, leave me alone.
Yeah, and they always dress like secretaries.
Yeah, like very nerdy, like a little like you're like. And I was always like, what is going on with this human?
Yeah, it's
like,
like you look like an accountant for a comic book.
Yeah.
It's like,
why do you have a bow tie on?
You know what I mean? It's like, goodness gracious. It's like, oh, that's right. You can't fight. I see. I get it. You can't fight. So so that's the situation. So the backstory is like these two little kids got in a fight over a pretty girl. It seems like what was happening.
Yeah.
One kid was making fun of the girl. The little black boy was trying to defend the girl. Because that is a way you get to fingering.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. They were trying to find their way to fingering. That's what this is all about.
Basically. And they were coming from two different paths.
Yeah.
Like they were in a wood.
Uh-huh.
They were in the woods. The path diverged.
Yeah.
And it's
gonna
like,
see whose path, who leads you to the golden land, right?
Yeah,
who gets there?
Yeah, who leads your hand to the land? So, whatever the scuffle seems like it didn't work out for the white kid, or at the very least, the grown-ups that broke it up reported it back to the parents of the white kid.
When it got stopped, it sounds like the black kid was on top, was getting the best of it.
I mean, but that was, again, I don't think that's the way the white kid wanted it characterized.
Yeah.
Right? Because the mom was told what was happening to her son by the grown-ups that stopped it.
Yeah.
And because she used the word pummeled.
Yeah.
And when she said that, I wasn't even looking at the little white boy. I felt his heart sink.
He got pummeled.
Yeah, it was.
And this is all in front of the little girl he was trying to impress too.
It was.
Dude got pummeled.
Mom, stop saying I was pummeled. Stop it, Mom. I wasn't pummeled. It was ridiculous. Could you imagine your mom saying that in front of a bunch of like your peers?
No.
Like, who pummeled my kid?
Yeah.
It's like, Mom, nobody pummeled me. Let's go. Please, let's go. I don't want to be here. You're pummeling my emotions right now.
Dad already handled this.
He did, which was weird. Like, the dad handled it. Like, he went over there. He talked to the little boy. He had them hash it out. And then he left. And of course.
And everything on the playground was fine after that.
Yeah.
The only weird vibe was when the mom came over and stood angrily looking around for somebody to yell at. Like, she kept looking over at us, and I'm like, why is this lady looking at us?
Yeah.
Like,
toxic femininity, right?
Yeah.
Because she needed to know that kid suffered the way that she thought her kid suffered based on the description she got of him being pummeled.
Yeah.
Like, she needed parallel retribution for what she thought occurred.
Yeah, and there was also, like, she thought there was, like, cursing that happened afterwards that I think she was trying to condemn.
Which was a weird thing. It's like you're condemning cursing. Like, there were no adults around.
Yeah, she kept trying, there's enough adults on this playground to keep an eye on people. She looked at me during that. I was like, we weren't here.
Nah.
And I'm not keeping an eye on your kid.
Yeah, and I think it's hilarious when kids curse. So what are we talking about here?
Yeah, it's like I'm with that little girl. Like, because the little girl's like, my mom lets me curse. I was I'm kind of in that camp, lady.
It's like also like, shh.
Yeah.
Dude, stop ratting out your mom.
Yeah.
Calm the fuck down.
Yeah, we'll have to have a talk with our kids.
Because that little girl specifically said, my mom lets me curse when I'm not around her.
Yeah.
And it's like, dude, she doesn't want you telling people that.
No.
Like, I get it where you're coming from. Like, it's okay. I get it. Like, I'm the same. But she doesn't want you telling people. That's not part of it.
No.
If you get caught cursing, apologize and move on. Don't say my mom lets me curse when I'm not around her.
No. Come
on
now.
What are you doing?
Yeah.
Are we working here together or not? Goodness, are we a family or not?
Right.
Man, that's like one step away from that girl that was like recording her mom and dad trying to make them say racist shit. Are you recording and reporting right now? Why are you saying this about your mom? Stop saying that about your mom. Stop recording and reporting right now. So the moms came over And she already had it laid out, the things that she was going to say.
Yeah.
You can tell that she already had it laid out.
Well, they probably were talking to each other over there about, this is totally inappropriate. 9-year-olds should not be fighting. I don't care what was said, but there's no reason that any little child should put their hands on another child at this playground.
Yeah.
It's unacceptable.
So they get over there. It was two moms deep, right?
Yeah.
And I'm not going to call them Karens, but because they didn't quite Karen.
No, but they annoying moms.
They were definitely being annoying moms.
Yeah.
Right? So
They PTO'd. Can we
what's PTO?
Parent teacher? So the parent group at the schools.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, it used to be PTA back in my day.
PTA,
But
yeah,
they were
PTA.
definitely
I messed
PTA
it up.
parents. But
Yeah.
no, it's PTO now. I think it's PTO now.
Okay.
Yeah. So they get over there, and this little black boy. I'm not just like biased because he's black, but I like how truthfully he handled the situation.
He did.
She came over and she was like, "Did you hit my son?" And he was like, "Yeah." Yeah, I hit him.
Yeah.
It was like,
Yeah.
yeah, because that was the answer to her question,
Yeah.
and then she
Took a moment.
did she take a moment? She went straight into full-fledged Karen mode as far as I'm concerned, because this is why I would say she went to full-fledged Karen mode, because she asked the question.
Yeah.
Like she didn't try to like level out the situation.
Yeah.
She was trying to determine that there was a bad person and a right person.
Oh, right.
Right? And I think that's kind of the premise behind a Karen. Because with every Karen situation, she is trying to determine that somebody is wrong and deserving of her behavior.
Yeah.
Right? And that's that's the underlying,
What makes a Karen?
in my opinion.
Yeah.
That seems to be the thing that all Karens have in common.
Yeah.
Is that they're trying to determine one good and one bad person. They're not trying to actually solve a problem.
Right.
So she goes, Did you hit my son? And he goes, Yeah, I hit him. And instantly, what gives you the right to put your hands on another person? And then he was like, he hit me first. And it was like,
Wait, why?
hold on, my brain hurts. Wait, hold on, what? Because she was speaking for her friend's kid at the time. There were two moms deep, but she wasn't the mom.
No.
The other lady was the mom, and she was
the mom that was speaking to start, she looked kind of familiar. I think she was a hometown, because he, like you said, he was there for baseball.
Mm-hmm.
That other lady, I think, was like local mom.
She did look familiar.
She looked familiar.
But when the other lady was like, we're not from here, the other lady didn't correct her and say, well, I'm from here.
Yeah.
You know, so I'm
not
assuming
sure.
that they both weren't from here.
Okay.
And that's when I had to step in. I was like, shut the fuck. Like, I didn't say it, but I was like, the way I stepped in front of her and put my hand up, that was saying, shut the fuck up. Shut right on the fuck up.
Yeah.
And I basically stepped there and I just did some local hero shit. Got the two little kids to agree to, not hate each other and still play at the park.
Yeah.
And just move the fuck on.
Yeah. Take your kid that got pummeled back with you so he can be embarrassed over there.
Yeah, this park right here, this isn't for kids that get pummeled. Right here? No, we're killers at this park. This is called Killer Park.
Yeah.
Right? Get your weak ass pummeled son out of here. Get him out of here.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, local hero, man. It was like, I saved that lady.
Yeah.
Like that lady.
Was going to go too far?
Both of those ladies. Because they decided that kid was wrong. So here's why I know that they were about to go too far. So when the little kid was like, he hit me first, and then she's like, what happened? And then the little kid described it like, he was
saying mean things to the little girl, your son,
saying
and
me,
I
which
defended
all
her.
the kids corroborated.
Yeah, they're all like, yep.
That's what happened. Yep, he hit first. Yep, he was talking
She was
shit.
like, wait, are you guys all friends? Like, what's happening
It's
here?
like, nah, these kids all showed up at a park and want justice. That's what happened. They want justice. So it was, and he said, I told him to stop. I kept telling him to stop. And then he hit me in the side so nobody could tell. And then the mom interrupted him. She was like, well, let me just stop you there. Yeah. There is no way my son knows anything about hitting people where nobody can tell they were hit.
Yeah.
And
He
it's
was
like, oh, you're about to get fired from whatever fucking job you had. Like, I was just like instantly starting looking for a phone. It's like, oh, you're being recorded and reported right now.
Yeah.
That was definitely some shit that's going to get you. That's like, I mean, that's going to be that's racist. It's like, you can't say that.
Yeah.
You can't say that. A little black kid just told you what happened, and you just told him that your son has no idea that even exists.
Yeah.
And you weren't there.
Yeah.
It's like, you don't know what your son knows exists.
Yeah.
Guess what else your son knows? He knows titties. I bet your son knows about titties. Did you know that? Did you know that your son geeks out on vaginas? I bet you he does. I bet you he does.
Yeah.
You know? So it's like, what are you... And that is always...
And then she was like, I know he looks bigger than you, but he's 9. And the little boy, she's like, how old are you all? Like, she like age crowdsourced the age of him. And then he was like, I'm 10. She's like, I know he looks bigger, but my son's 9.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah. And
okay,
it's-
they're the same age.
Yeah, same age. Your son's bigger,
Yeah.
and your son got fucking pummeled. And like, look at this black kid. He can't fight. This kid's
No.
wearing a backpack.
So this is the kid that we played with at the pool that I told you Finn was destroying.
Yeah.
This is the kid that was like, why is this 7-year-old so strong?
Yeah,
Like, he
yeah.
was like, he was getting pulled around the pool by Corin Huntley. And he was like,
Yeah.
why can't I stop this?
I didn't even need to know that. I can look at that kid and look at his mannerisms. That's a funny black kid.
Yeah.
He's going to be wearing a bow tie in like 2 years.
Yeah.
And like too easily.
Yeah.
You know? And it's like this, like, you cannot try to come over here and make the only black kid, the only like full black kid. Like, our kids were there, but they're half.
Yeah.
This is the only black kid here, and you're coming here to try to demonize him and make him out to be a bad guy. Have you not been watching 2020 at all? What the fuck is wrong with you?
Yeah. That little boy has asthma. He's told me about it.
You know, it's like part of me was looking at this like, do you just want to give up right now? Do you want to check out of life right now and you're looking for a good excuse? Like, do
She
you
looked
need
kind of
people-
angry. She
did. It was
she
like,
looked like she couldn't take it.
like, you just don't like your job, do you? It's like, do you, like, it doesn't seem like you have a happy home life because this isn't going to make it any better.
No.
This is not going to make it any better. I saved those white women and I feel good about that. I'm a local hero. And also too, it's like, I feel like even though they wanted carnage, I feel like I calmed them down as well.
Yeah.
You know, and I would like to
Sydney
just...
had the whole circle of little kids taking a deep breath together.
Yeah, and they all thanked me too. That was also all the little kids were like, "Thank you for doing that. Thank you so much." And this is like, listen, dude, I'm just your local white woman whisperer. No big deal. I would have did it for anybody. I do it in any situation. Anytime there's an out of control white woman, I whisper her down. Mm-hmm. I know how to whisper them down.
You didn't know what to do with me upstairs a minute ago.
Yeah, but that's different. You're mine.
Sydney's gonna come strangle, like Comanche style, strangle your white woman, breathe in her mouth, and bring her back.
Yeah.
Here, you can have her now.
Yeah. You're. Oh, I'm sorry. You seems like you have an unbroken white woman. I'll fix her.
It's weird. White men have had white women forever, and they haven't figured this out.
Nah, as soon as brown people get them, we're like side saddling white women.
Look, I can stand on mine.
Yeah, up on top of her shoulders. It's just playing basketball from on top of her shoulders.
We do tricks.
Man, it's wild. It's wild. Yeah, so just being a local hero. I mean, I implore everybody out there to be a local hero as often as you can. Like, why sit there and watch carnage? You know?
Yeah. Nobody pulled out the phone. We
Nobody-
could have been recording this. We
Dude, I just
didn't.
when I was over there handling that, like, I could not stop thinking about. I was just like, well, like, I wonder how Jack I looked right now. Like, do I look authoritative? Like, do these white women feel safe around me because of the way I look? You know?
Yeah.
It was, that situation had me cracking up for so many reasons. I was just really enjoying that. And
Yeah.
I was also enjoying that the son, her white son, was like pulling away from engaging with them and would rather have me handle that situation.
Yeah.
Like, he was just like, nah, I like the way this guy's got it down, Mom.
He didn't say I got pummeled, Mom. He never said anything about me getting pummeled.
Yeah, nah. Yeah, everybody was able to leave with their heads held high because I'm a local fucking hero.
Your little ladies really enjoyed the whole. They're like, Huntley kept looking at me, smiling. She's like,
like,
That's daddy.
damn, Mom, that's your man. Your man. Look, you did right, Mom. Your man is yeah. So here's something I can't stop thinking about. So we watched the UFC fights last night.
We did.
Stipe Miocic retained his title
Yes.
against Daniel Cormier, right?
Yes.
So Daniel Cormier is like 5'10", 238 pounds. He's a solid dude. He's a squat man,
Yeah.
right?
He's a barrel.
He's got a he's barrel chested. He's got a wide waist, right? And then Stipe Miocic is 6'4", 233 pounds.
The bad guy from Top Gun.
Yeah, basically, he's like the bad guy. He's like the bad guy from every 80s movie, whether it was like a Bond movie or whether he was just like the annoying boyfriend that got you know, left at the altar. It was just
like no matter what race, that was him.
yeah, it's like it just matters like which way he flicks his hair.
Yeah.
It's like boyfriend, Bond villain, boyfriend. Bond villain.
Yeah. Bond villain has a cigarette. Boyfriend, no cigarette.
Yeah, no cigarette, but like you know, like a polo shirt tucked into khakis for some reason.
For
It's
sure.
like, oh, good lord, what are you? What are you? A ridiculous '80s boyfriend or a funny black guy? What are you, dude? So, but no, it was So yeah, you said something interesting. I've been thinking about what you said since then. How you were like those two different body types.
Oh yeah.
Those are the actual races. Like those are what the races are.
Yeah. Like
That
those are the
makes-
people that had the most similar life experiences as they moved through life. You know,
Yeah.
like the tall, like almost too good looking dude that like
Yeah.
becomes like everyone's kind of like, like versus the dude that's just like he's like all round and like
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
bald and like
He's like a cannonball.
Yeah.
You know? So, and I was thinking of it, so I was like, I ended up looking it up. So there's like, there are 3 races.
yeah.
There are only 3 races. Ectomorph, endomorph, and mesomorph.
Yes.
Those are the races.
Those are the races.
And then there's like hybrids and like biracial people. You know? You know, my mom is a mesomorph, my dad is an ectomorph, so I'm bi. But so I've been thinking about that all night long because I think it's accurate.
Yeah.
And the reason why I think it's accurate, again, I'm not trying to get into talking about ancient aliens or ancient advanced civilizations. Technically, you brought that up, right?
Yeah.
But if you go with the theory
Yeah.
that the Anunnaki created humans as a slave race to do a particular kind of work, it makes sense that those are the 3 races, right?
Right.
You have like a lot of the stuff they were mining gold and there were other things that they were doing, but like so you have Stipe. His job is to like hammer the shit out. You know,
Yeah.
he's tall, he's got the momentum, he can like really hammer the shit out, put it in the fucking bucket or whatever is on the tracks, and then Daniel Cormier pushes it.
I gotta push
where
it. Yeah.
goes,
You need a pusher.
you know, and then like we need like the other one to like you know
Put
jerk
it
off
on.
with.
To jerk off with.
It's like those two just like constantly are just like raping the other one. It's like mesomorph, ectomorph, and endomorph. It's like you're like entered morph.
This is the one we just keep around the house, huh?
Yeah. It's like anytime, you know, it's just it's just like to take shit out on. You know?
What is it? Because that's the one that's like real skinny, like the
Yeah, it's like yeah. It's like
that you can
the
just like
no
smack
muscle,
around,
no
like
muscle tone,
hold
like,
down easy, like
yeah.
okay,
It's like a strong wind would ruin their day.
yeah,
Yeah, it's like that's like those people are put on Earth for the carnal pleasures of the ectomorph and mesomorph. It's because like otherwise they'd revolt and they wouldn't keep being slaves unless they were able to just like go back to some rock and grunt and like bang out an endomorph.
yeah,
And then come back the next day and start chipping away at that fucking rock. you know?
yeah.
So, yeah, I was enjoying that. I was thinking about that all. It's like basically the endomorph's like a koozie. You know? And then it was like the idea it was just like just losing it because you know, like women fall into these 3 different categories as well. Like there
Yeah.
are women mesomorphs, women ectomorphs, women endomorphs, and just the idea of this like barrel-chested woman raping this little skinny guy. I was like cracking up about that all last night. It was like, oh man, oh this is good. This is a good time. Yeah. So what's up? Local hero Sydney Gate wants to know what's up. Yeah, and that's like too. It's like black people are predominantly mesomorphs.
The rock shippers.
The rock shippers.
The pushers.
Oh no, rock chippers.
Chippers.
Yeah, rock
Yeah, rock
chippers.
chippers.
Like
Yeah.
Francis Ngannou,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Francis Ngannou, another UFC fighter, the hardest puncher in the world.
Yeah.
He is a mesomorph. Do you know what his job was before he was a UFC fighter?
Oh, he was like in the mines, or like he was.
He
Yeah.
was working for the Anunnaki.
Yeah.
He was like living out his human role in life.
Yeah, he was.
It's like that's why he's built the way he is.
Yeah, and
You gotta find what your physical human role is and do that, and you will get in amazing shape.
Wait, so that doesn't bode well for ectomorphs. They have to go get raped. Like, what do they have to do to get in the best shape?
Listen, so here's my other theory. I think most bad burritos are probably the ectomorph, or whichever one is the one that's slender with no muscle tone.
Yeah.
Those are most bad burritos.
If
and
you
again,
think I'm about to get canceled.
yeah. Well, let me say this:
Okay,
like, if you
get it
haven't,
out there.
because if you're not on our Patreon, you need to know that a bad burrito is a slutty person of any gender.
Yeah.
Right? So, and I'm saying most bad burritos are these wafy, no muscle tone human beings that are on like, and they crush it when they slutty, they crush it. But what were you gonna say?
I was. I don't know.
That was like Stipe. You sound like Stipe just now.
You gave me a minute to think about, and I was like, I don't need
Yeah,
to
that's
say
probably
that.
not the right thing to say. That's probably not the right thing to say.
Yeah.
But I'm saying most bad burritos are of a certain body type.
I think you're right, and I think we all know what you think about the bad burritos, and you're like, oh my god, like the girl that's like the loudest, like the littlest, loudest, rudest fast food worker that you've ever thought of, that you've ever encountered.
Yeah.
I didn't give her a race, so I didn't do that. You did that in your own head.
Yeah, cash me outside. Cash me
Yeah.
outside. Yeah, that's a bad burrito.
That's a bad burrito,
That chick is
yeah.
a bad burrito. That's
Actually, I was thinking of one of your family members, but we
which-
won't go there.
Oh, you about Red?
Yeah.
Red?
Yeah.
Oh, no, she's a bad
You
burrito.
knew.
Oh, no.
You with the
Yeah.
150 people in your family knew.
Yeah, I know. And it's funny because like she comes from like her, you know, we have like a little bit of like her dad has a different dad than my mom. They're brother and sisters,
Right.
but they have different dads because we're black.
Yeah.
Right? So my like, you know, ironically, like they're of the squat people,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah.
And I don't know what my grandmom is.
Oh.
I don't know if I come from a rape class of people.
It's hard to tell with older people because they put on weight. Like,
Yeah.
But they might not have been like that the rest of their life.
Yeah, because like my dad's family are mesomorphs. Like
Yeah.
they're jacked people. Like my dad is a jacked human man.
Yeah.
You know, and my mom was jacked growing up.
Yeah.
Like unbelievably so.
Yeah.
You know, like everybody remarked on it, like how cut she was and
Yeah.
how like, you know, jacked she was. So it's like, you know, all this time I grew up believing that I was a mesomorph.
Yeah, you got me tripping in my head too, because I always figured I was a mesomorph, and I think both of my parents would fall in there. But like if you go back anymore, like my mom's family was getting raped, my
Yeah.
dad's family was pushing shit because unless they were just so fat you couldn't tell.
Yeah.
Like I'm not sure. Like once people get too fat, it's hard to tell what their body type is.
You just say your mom's family, it comes from a long line of bad burritos.
Maybe.
Wow.
I mean, I don't know. Can't go back too far. I don't know too
Yeah.
many of them, but
Yeah, I want to know. I want to know how far back, because like I definitely have mesomorph physiology,
Yeah.
but I think I had a lot of like bad burrito tendencies for quite a while.
yeah.
Right? Like there was when I was in middle school, all of the big tall girls, like the girls that were
They wanted you to be their bad burrito.
they did. Like the Amazon chicks, they're like,
Yeah.
how are you this big in 6th grade?
Yeah.
They all sexually harassed me all the time. So 7th grade, I'll never forget Shanda. That was her name. She like sexually harassed me all the time. Every time we were on the same bus, she sexually harassed me. She would sit down next to me and like just grab my junk, grab my butt, like, kiss on my neck, and do all sorts of weird shit to me.
Yeah.
You know, and it wasn't necessarily invited. So, but at the same time, it was like she was like she's a bigger girl, but she's pretty. You know, it was like,
Yeah.
hey, man, this is what it is. This is what it is.
Yeah.
Right. But then she started telling people that she was going to go do it, and then she would go do it. So she was like emasculating me.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, so I remember in 7th grade when I asked her to stop, and I was like, can you stop? Can you please stop like telling people and like making me look bad like this? And she basically laid it out there. It was like, listen, either I'm going to do it like this, or I'm not going to touch you ever again. And I had to really go. Like, she gave me a night to think about it.
That is a 7th grade dilemma right
Dude,
there.
it was
Shit,
like-
you got to talk to your school counselor about that one. Like that's like a real like conundrum.
It was like, I remember the next day. So I remember the next day.
And what did Sydney? What
having,
did
like,
little
I was
Scotty choose?
sweating. I was sweating
Bet you
so
were.
badly.
Bet you
and
were.
going to her and then telling her that I choose the full stoppage.
The full stop it.
And just breaking out into a full sweat. It was like, now everybody's going to think I'm gay. Why did I just do that? I can't take it back. It was like- yeah, so she was like, she was seeing the rape koozie in me, and she was just going after it.
Yeah, it was
Like,
there.
She was a pure mesomorph or a pure
Yeah.
ectomorph, whichever. Like, she was a pure
Pure
chipper
one.
or a pusher.
Yeah.
You know,
yeah.
and I'm a hybrid.
Yeah.
You know, and she was trying to grab my hybrid junk.
Uh-huh.
You know?
She not trying. She did.
She was. Dude, I remember it was like after I told her no, it seemed like she just got more and more distant from me. Like I stopped seeing her as much.
Yeah.
You know, and it was
She
like
found somebody else to grab. I'm sure
dude,
she did,
she
right?
100% did. And I witnessed it.
Yeah.
And
Were you glad it wasn't you, or were
no,
you like, I, wish
was
that
so
was
jealous.
me?
I
Oh.
was so jealous. I mean, that used to be me. It's like he was like, he was a little bit of a taller guy, but he was like, he like played into it, and then
Yeah.
they would like hook up and stuff.
Yeah, you
it
were
was
like,
just
I
like-
could have handled it like that.
It's like, I thought she really, she was definitely getting off on the resistance
Yeah.
that I would put up. You know,
They all do.
the meso and ectos.
Yeah.
You know, I gotta look up and see which one. See which one.
No, ecto is the skinny one. Mesomorph is the hybrid, like the middle of the line.
No, mesomorph is jacked.
Oh,
I know
okay.
that for
Mesomorph
sure.
is Jack, and then the other one is the barrel chest, like the
Endo.
endo is the
me just
the
look this up.
rounder, the apple
Endo.
barrel chest.
Pear shaped. They describe it as pear
Pear-shaped.
shaped. Endomorphs are said to have a higher percentage of body fat with less muscle. So
Those are pear shapes.
endomorphs, they often have heavier and rounder, but not necessarily obese because of their physical makeup. People with endomorphic bodies are more sensitive to calorie consumption than people with other body types. Let me just
Yeah.
look up ecto real quick.
Ecto is the skinny.
So ecto is the one that's getting.
Ecto is the rapid.
Yeah.
Rapid.
The ectomorph is one of 3 most common body types, characterized by a thin frame and difficulty to gain muscle mass as well as fat. There it is.
Yeah.
People that belong to this somatype are usually skinny, lean, and have a high metabolic rate. And boy, do they like getting banged. They have a voracious appetite for getting banged. They don't even know why. They're just like that is my genetic purpose on life is to get banged.
Just
I
doing their
guarantee you,
part.
if you look at most of the people that are like porn stars, most of the people have OnlyFans accounts. Like most of the people that are
They have
strippers, OnlyFans accounts. It's like it's kind of like a Patreon,
Oh.
but people go and show their junk
Oh.
to their fans.
Oh, okay. What's
So,
it called? An OnlyFans?
OnlyFans.
Oh.
It's like
Interesting.
for OnlyFans.
OnlyFans.
Yeah, OnlyFans.
Gotcha.
Who want to see my ectomorphic twat? You know? Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's something to consider. I think I'm right about that.
Yeah.
I think I'm right about that. That all the majority of sluts are ectomorphs. Test me out.
Yeah.
Call me out. Prove me wrong.
Prove me wrong. We'll sit
Prove
you up
me
on a
wrong.
table.
Yeah.
Prove me wrong.
Yeah. So since we're on the topic of kind of the UFC. So one of the fighters, DC, Daniel Cormier, he's 41 years old, right? And he was fighting for a championship belt. Like he won. He's a great fighter. He was an Olympic wrestler, an amazing athlete. So because he's 41, they did a segment. It was probably when you were coming home from your Spectrum Wives party.
Yeah.
They did this segment about being 40
Yeah.
and still fighting, and it was just so hard to watch.
It was
just
hard to
like,
watch?
Oh, why are you doing this?
Why was it hard
Because
to
it's
watch?
just like, why are you making it a thing?
Yeah.
You know, it's like no, like you're the one. Like nobody said people that are 40 can't still be high level athletes.
Stipe was like, it's like 39.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like, stop making it. Come on, just chill.
Yeah.
Just chill. It made me really uncomfortable. It's like I felt like creating a movement.
Yeah.
You know, it's like I feel triggered. You know, it's like just out there
Leave.
protesting.
Yeah.
Like 40-year-olds are people too.
We can still achieve our dreams. It's not over.
Yeah, because that's what it was basically saying. It's like, you know how when you're 40 you're dead? Well, this guy isn't.
You know that the life expectancy in Russia is 65?
I believe it.
They die there.
Yeah. But it's like, what do we even like? I was thinking that the other day. It's like, why do we even live past 70 anyway? It's like, what are we doing?
I don't know,
It's
catching
like,
COVID.
Yeah, you know
Just
what I mean? Like,
trying not to die.
dude, hop back into the reincarnation cycle, man. Just like come back and try this shit again. It's like, what are we doing?
We're living to see our grandkids because we're all having kids so late. Everybody just wants to live to see the grandkids because it's a miracle.
Yeah. Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. People just want to make sure that their kids aren't ectomorphs.
Yeah.
Like, what happened? When did our family start becoming bad burritos? Who did this?
Now you got to be careful if you're an ectomorph and you watch your, who
Yeah.
your kid's getting with. Like,
Now I'm feeling like less. I used to get really annoyed at parents that were like, I don't want this person in our family.
yeah.
You know?
Now you get it.
Now I'm like, oh, okay,
gotta
I see
watch.
where they're going.
You got to be a gatekeeper. That's your responsibility.
Yes.
It's
Yes.
a family name.
Yeah, if when I'm in my 60s, right?
Yeah.
And my grandkids bring somebody to potentially marry or be in a relationship with, I'm gonna be like, all right, listen, I'm 60. Come here. Let me see if I can pick you up. If I can pick you up, you cannot be part of this family. If I can pick you up, you're too slutty.
Yeah.
You're too slutty for this family. You can't do it. You're not bringing these fucking slut genes into my family.
That's what like farm families are worried about, huh?
Yeah.
They got it. They were like, we don't need that out here.
Yeah, because it's like we need people that can work on the farm, and sluts
We've
don't
got
work.
the cows. We
Yeah.
can take out all our needs on the cows. We don't need you.
Yeah, it's
Horses, whatever you
bad
need.
burritos hate manual labor. Oh man, yeah.
I feel like the Egyptians had that like down.
Yeah.
You know, like they knew who was building the pyramid. They knew who was lounging around Cleopatra
Uh-huh.
style. Like they understood what was going on.
First, you think Cleopatra was a bad burrito?
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
like she's got a whole lay like named after her.
yeah.
gotta be
Well,
a
we
bad
name it
burrito.
after her. It's like, we're the only people that say land Cleopatra style. Like nobody. That is
Like, what
not-
do you mean, as United States people? Like, you know, that's not like,
Yeah, no,
like
no,
Russians
no.
aren't doing that.
You and I. Ansley, two Jack Bros. We're the only people that say that slang. Cleopatra, like land Cleopatra style.
But everybody knows what you mean.
100%.
Yeah.
But nobody says it. But I guess we're also the people that get to decide who is the bad burrito.
Yes, we do.
Cleopatra, get your shit together.
Bad burrito.
Bad.
Mark
Bad.
Anthony should have known better.
I mean, everything about her story
Yeah.
is very bad burrito-ish.
Uh-huh.
It's all about sex.
Yeah. There's the power she was using. I mean, like, you have to, like, you could have used that as power when you were a little kid. But you were like, no, this isn't the power that I want.
Yeah.
Like, you chose a different path in life.
Oh, boy, did I choose wrong.
Yeah, you did.
We could be both land Cleopatra style right now.
Come on, Sydney.
You know, I mean, of course, I have some regrets.
I just imagine us laying Cleopatra style, and all of a sudden this mammoth, like, Amazon woman's walking around our house. We're like, oh, see you later,
Yeah.
Sydney. I guess it's your turn. But we're in a fancy house.
All right, Ansley, don't finish all the grapes. I'll be right back. Yeah. Man, I don't even know if I want to talk about another topic right now, but we have to talk about this because it's kind of crazy, right? So, the Department of Justice, the DOJ, right?
I'm watching too much superhero stuff, so that already sounds fake to me right now.
Yeah, the Department of Justice.
Yeah, like wait, we have
not
that?
real.
No.
This isn't a DC comic. Get that shit out of here.
What did the Department of Justice do?
Yeah, the Department of Justice has looked over the case and has decided that Yale University is discriminating against both white and Asian students.
White too? Like we knew they were discriminating against Asians. Like no,
Yeah.
we all knew that. But white too?
White too, because in favor of people of color, and to have so Yale would say is to have a more diverse campus.
Yeah.
Right. And of course they're based in diversity on color, not on body type, which they should be.
Right? Then
Which
we'd
they
all
should be.
we could all get along.
Yeah.
We just do this on body type.
It should be body type and opinions. That's the diversity that I get behind.
Yeah.
Right. So here's what I want to talk about, which is hilarious to me. So the way that they are discriminating against Asians, I'm pretty sure they're probably discriminating against white people the same way, is that they have the kids fill out a personality test of some kind.
Yeah.
Like something about their application reveals to them personality stuff. So I'm imagining there is some sort of personality test.
Okay.
Asians have a propensity to score low on personality.
I didn't say it.
Right? So then they want robust humans on their campus who are going to make a
Not all
difference.
these ectomorphs.
No. They need less ectomorphs.
Okay.
Less ectomorphs. But here's the thing. I think that this is just their way to distinguish between which Asians are normal and autistic, because they can't tell. Like once you get to that high level of academic achievement,
Yeah.
you can't tell a regular racist from Asian from an autistic Asian,
I'm with you there.
right?
Yeah.
So I think that's the only way that they can.
So they're discriminating against autistic Asians.
They are.
Or they don't want the autistic.
That's it. They just don't want because like those are the ones that I'm sure are scoring low on personality.
Right. Yeah.
It's for sure because like I'm sure they can like look at a white person like, nope, that's an alt.
Yeah.
Get them out of here.
Yeah.
But it's a little harder with Asians.
Yeah. Especially if they have an accent. If they don't have like.
Yeah.
If like there's. Yeah.
I am waiting patiently. Check out Love on the Spectrum, episode 3 or 4. I don't know. I'm just quoting.
When you think back to Lafayette and you think about like the floors that were like the foreign floors, I forget what their real names were.
Yeah, so I know
Floors.
like ours was the Brothers of Lafayette,
And
the
the
black
international-
floor.
there's an
that's
international-
what they were, the international
Yeah.
floors.
And I lived in the house that had like, I don't know, it was like an engineering floor or something.
Mm-hmm.
You think back to that and think about how many of those people were on the spectrum that they like slipped through.
Yeah, I think the engineering floor was the Spectrum floor.
And I lived there.
Yeah.
But like just because I was coming back from being abroad is all. That's the only reason I lived there.
Telling you, we were together then.
Oh yeah.
And remember, we already established that as a couple, we're autistic.
Yeah, it was like the best place to live, to be honest with you.
Dude, it's like I have to think back too because I mean I know for a fact I was hanging out with a bunch of autistic kids because I was in the comic book world.
Yeah.
Like I was in the anime world.
Yeah.
And like a lot of my friends were autistic. Like looking back now, like a lot of them claim to have like ADHD and like all that weird shit. It's like, nah, you were autistic. You for sure were autistic.
Well, because you can't they've changed it now, so nobody. One of those autistic people was explaining it, but like nobody's autistic. Everybody's just on the spectrum. Like you can't even like you're all there. So they were all there.
Dude, I think we're all on the spectrum. I know we talked about this before, but again, humans were a slave race created by aliens to just do work.
Yeah, you're not autistic at all. We can't get through one episode without talking about the fucking Unagi or whatever the hell.
Yeah. I mean, cause that's why we're autistic. Because we're all built for like a purpose, and we're not. None of us are doing that purpose right now, except for the ectomorphs. Bad burritos are the only people that are not autistic.
Rest of us are just standing around like, I'm waiting patiently.
I am waiting patiently.
What are you doing, you bad burrito?
Oh my goodness gracious! Oh, I love this. I love this. Oh man, I don't even know what else. Where do we even
What
go?
else?
Where do we even go? Oh man. Okay, so there was we'll talk about this and get out of here because I gotta get these screenshots up real quick because this one has screenshots. Maybe I'll be able to put them in the episode. We'll see how that plays out. But so did you know that David Blaine was accused of rape? Did you know that?
No.
Okay.
No, I did not know that.
So when you hear that David Blaine was accused of rape, what is your first inkling as a joke?
He'd be like over here, you'd be over there, and he'd be like, my penis is inside you right now. And you had no idea. Like, I've got your watch and my penis is in you.
And she'd be like, no, it's... Oh! It's in my mouth! Hold it in my mouth! Right? So instantly you're like, he fucking magician raped this chick. Like, if he did, he magician raped her, right?
Yeah.
And, and then it's like, and then we always say, it's like when we see these people accused of rape, when we hear their accusations, it always sucks when the accusations seem to be in line with the character of the person.
Yeah,
right?
yeah, like Louis C.K. Like, oh yeah, he was jerking off at people. Like,
Dude, hilarious. Like when you heard the manner in which Louis C.K. did it, like, and you're like, that's hilarious. He did that.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah, dude. You're never not funny.
And Aziz Ansari, you're like, yeah, he did that.
Yeah, for sure. He sounds like,
Come on, baby. Come on.
Like, that's
Come on.
the way a little fucking dweeby ectomorph would do it. Like, that's exactly how it would happen.
Yeah.
So, Aziz Ansari is a bad burrito.
He is
That
a
is
bad burrito.
bad burrito.
He
Very
is.
bad burrito. And it's probably why he was able to get so famous, because he's balanced, because he was actually achieving his bad burrito lifestyle. Like, he was out there slutting around.
Yeah.
And that gave him power. It gives him balance.
Yeah.
So I'm going to read you the quote from the accuser
Oh boy.
of David Blaine, right? So so they go into his hotel room, right?
Like,
and then,
magically? Like, how did they like, he floated, or like she was there a minute and then she opened the door and he was on the other side? She never saw him go in?
It's like I thought we were at the Statue of Liberty, then he opened it and we were in his hotel room. It's like, what?
Like, any date with him would be so disappointing.
It would be. It would be.
We're just gonna eat our steak, David
Yeah.
Blaine. Like,
Yeah. It'll be like, you'll be at the table, and then the waiter would come up like, yeah, we also have this special today. It is a seared salmon on a bed of capers with a little bit of arugula on the side. And then David Blaine goes, one quick question. And the date's like, oh my God, here it comes. Here it comes. It's like, is it a lot of capers? It's like, fuck. And then you start checking stuff, like she's checking behind her ear. It's just like, maybe I missed it. So, okay, they're in his hotel room. They go into his hotel room. He's in there before her. Right? And he spun around quite quickly and said, kiss me. I did kiss him. And then he said,
you did,
right?
because magic was gonna happen.
Dude, I think he's like, he's getting her with that hypnosis.
Yeah.
Like, remember
the guy that was like at the racetracks?
Yeah. This is the winning ticket.
Yeah.
Darren Brown, the world famous hypnotist, right?
Yeah.
David Blaine is also a hypnotist. Like, that's part of his skill set.
Kiss me.
So he spins around quickly. He says, kiss me. I did kiss him. And then he said, finish your drink. And he took the glass from me and put it on the table. And that's really the last thing I remember. Then she says, at some point, I was on the bed, face forward, and he was behind me. I think it woke me up a little bit because I'd never had that. anal sex done to me before. I remember moving around a lot. I was limp and I was very floaty.
He magic raped her.
I was in and out of a deep sleep. He for sure hypnotized this chick and then float fucked her.
In the butt. Like,
Yeah.
That's how do you keep them up in the air when you're poking them down? Like, that's some good magic.
That's ridiculous. Because listen, if there was any way that you could sex someone to make them float, it would definitely be in the butt, right?
You think so? I feel like that's.
Okay.
I'll hear you out.
Okay, if somebody right now came in here and tried to poke in your butt, what reaction would you have?
I go up.
Yeah, you're like, oh, get out of my No, I didn't think about any of this until you made it a magic section. Like, this is all coming out now, but it's true. It's true. Like, that has to be the way you keep a human being afloat.
Like a ball, you're like popping them up.
That's why all of the great meditating masters are sitting cross-legged.
So they
And they
can make
float,
you
they get something right up their butt. Like, they open it up nice and get
Oh,
something
yeah.
right up their butt. Oh, my God. So, all right, we'll end on that. This is a good time. Good time had by all. All right. Let's do some shout-outs today.
Yeah.
This is a good episode.
Think about whether you're an ectomorph or a mesomorph.
Yes.
We love all the bad burritos.
All of them.
You're
Not
doing your
physically.
part.
I mean, I love you all from a distance. I love you all from a distance, but I love you all. That's all that matters. All right. Shout outs. Here we go. Shout out Mike Butler. Mike, I'm like rating their bodies. It's like
You're pushing the stuff.
Koozie, pusher, chipper, koozie, chipper, pusher, koozie. All right. Mike Butler, Mike Levy, Liz Bott, Doc, Kevin Stevens, Julian from Canada, and Meg.says.so. And damn, what was the podcast again? So and Tell. Check her out. And then we have Julian also went back to his dream job. He quit it, went back to it. And the way he said it in the email was like, I finally gave in and went back to my dream job. It's like, that's not how that happens.
Way to make the sacrifice, man.
Yeah, really. Thank you for doing the good work.
Yeah.
Thank you for your service, Julian. So Kevin Lau, Mary Jo, Nicole, Rod, Janelle, Courtney, Rick, Andrew Pace, Keith Butts, Kyle Hancock, Erica Daniels, Levi Mercer, Justin Masabi, Ezekiel Ellis, Logan, Ryan, Joe, Roger Downs, Rob, Joe Francis, and his girlfriend's company, Saved by the Reef. Damn it, I had her name down. I got to write it down next time. TJ James, our man down under. Dude, TJ, what are you? What are you? Ecto, endo, or mezzo? Are you a koozie? Nick Cupsey. Nick Cupsey, for sure, dreams of being a koozie. He dreams. He might be a little. Endo. Wait, which one is the little? He's got a like somewhat of a barrel chest.
Yeah.
But he's not a big guy. He's not like a tall, big guy. He might be a hybrid.
A hybrid.
He might be an ecto endo hybrid.
Oh, what do you do with them?
That's why he loves feet.
Yeah. Do some hard manual labor. Come home and take care of the feet. Yeah,
dude, that's some ecto. That's ectomorphic tendencies.
Ecto is like the feet.
That's some
feet.
ectomorphic tendencies, Copsy. What's your deal, dude? What's your deal, you koozie? So, also check out Nick Cupsey's two hilarious books, Lost in the Mail. It's about the chaos and hilarity of the U.S. Postal Service, which is kind of hot now.
Oh yeah,
It's hot now. So, and also Saved by the, that's, and the 5 people you meet in Wawa.
Yeah.
And it's like, also, listen, a lot of people acting like they know what the fuck is happening in the U.S. Postal Service. You don't know. Get Nick's book. You'll know.
Yeah.
You'll get it. You'll get like a funny side of what's happening, and you'll be a little more informed about the social and day-to-day going-ons at the post office. So, and then you're like, is it worth saving? You know?
Yeah.
Chris Bruno, Kevin McGran, Graham Hoffman, Chris Tucker, my brother, Derek, what up? And still don't remember who this old guy is. I'm sorry, buddy. Again, hope you made it.
Koozie.
He was. But like you said, it's hard to tell with old people.
Yeah, they change it up.
I mean, I say once you hit a certain age, you're a koozie.
Yeah. If you're lucky.
Yeah,
Like, don't
that's
all
fair.
old people want to be a koozie?
I think that's why in old folks' homes, STDs are running rampant.
And COVID.
Yeah, they just koozied up.
Yep.
Get a little koozie. Yeah. So, and also you're listening right now to Circadian Clock. Shout out to Melissa Vile Kingdom, who is lead singer for Circadian Clock and just one of the best people on earth, even though we don't agree on anything politically. Thank you so much for listening, man. We love you all of you. Endo, ecto, mezzo. We got love for you all.
Yes.
Because I got koozie in me. I got that ecto in me, so I love you all.
She got you.